Hold it up here, like this, so that you're not messing with the connection.
Got it.
Yeah.
Hold it like a cigarette.
Don't hold it like that. Every time you move with it, man, I can hear it.
Even this?
Yeah. I know. I should have brought a
Good.
mic stand for him.
Yeah. Get it like I could build one. How much time you got?
I mean,
I just need like a couple hours.
jeez, I don't have that much time.
Yeah, the stool.
A stool in 15 minutes. 2 hours later.
No, it was an hour and 36 minutes. I timed it.
You timed it.
Yeah. It only lasted like a week and a half, and then it just kind of flattened. It's like the stool went like this, and the legs just collapsed like a deer trying to learn how to walk.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, I was sitting on it. So then I had to build like a better stool. I think this one was already in the works. Or
Which
if not,
one?
If not, then I wanted it in the works. The new stool. Yeah.
The new stool.
Yeah, it's like the bar stool bench. The
Oh,
idea.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, folks, welcome to this podcast that we've started. My name's
yeah.
Doyle. I have a YouTube channel called Eastern Ontario Adventures, and have been making videos. Decided to jump into podcasts, so I don't have anything planned for this podcast. So down at my brother's right now. At my brother's house. We're in Sterling, and we filmed a little bit of video. For those of you who don't know, I have an older brother. His name's Sydney.
Hello.
He's the one who got me into fishing and outdoors.
Sure.
Actually,
Yeah.
like 8 years ago or so.
Yeah.
Like I never, I'd been fishing since we were kids, like off of docks at the cottage and whatever. I don't think I ever caught a fish
No.
ever.
No, we didn't know we were.
Grandpa's
we had a
house had
jitterbug.
like a huge dock on Dog Lake.
Oh, true.
They, have seen my cousin stuff catch fish, but I don't think I ever caught anything
No.
there either. Then
And catch no fish.
yeah, and then you started fishing. You started fishing with Nick, Stillwater Outdoors.
Yeah.
Stillwater Outdoors.
Well, yeah, technically. I
Or
don't
Nick,
think he's
you
done
got
anything
two
for
friends,
his
Nick and
channel in a long
Andrew,
time.
and quite a few other people, right?
Yes.
You guys started doing that, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're like, "Hey, man, let's go fishing."
Yeah. Yeah. Then we caught giant muskie.
Yeah. So let's start. Like you and I were. That's how. Yeah. So my introduction to fishing was you. But is there like any quick story on how your introduction to fishing?
Oh, wow.
Because you were like,
I think I just met Nick at a party, and he asked me if he wanted. I wanted to go fishing with him, and I was like, sure. Like the next day.
okay.
That was kind of it. And then I didn't know what I was doing, and he brought all the gear. We caught. Okay. If you want to get crazy, I think the second time I went fishing was with, Isaiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we caught some catfish, and we brought them back, and we were gonna eat them. We did eat them, and Isaiah got like either food poisoning or had some sort of allergic reaction, and we had to like drive him to the ER.
Really?
Yeah,
Holy moly.
yeah.
That's a good introduction to fishing.
How's that? Yeah, yeah. Well, he doesn't fish. He's never been out since. When we're down in Britannia, he showed up like once or twice to say hi because he lived there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh, I don't think I ever knew that story.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you and I fished a lot together, like, because we worked at Excess Cargo back in the day,
Yeah.
the Excess Cargo days. No one's gonna even know what that is now.
No. Doesn't exist. 2014.
But you were just like fishing, just to
Holy shit,
relax,
that was
like
10
get
years ago?
super
I don't know. I
like stressful job, as a way
Yeah.
to like chill out after the day
Yeah.
being a store manager,
yeah.
I guess.
You just kind of sit there and watch water, and eventually your rod moves,
Yeah.
and then you can and it's cool when you're like chilling and just like talking with friends and hanging out. It's like getting outside, breathing in fresh air.
Mm-hmm. And now you're still about that life, but
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
like totally, I'm like so far into it now.
You?
I'm like,
Yeah.
if I don't catch fish, I'm gonna get mad.
Oh yeah, you're extreme. It wasn't a social thing. It's really funny because I don't know. Like I like to hang out with a few dudes, be social, whatever. And Doyle's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go in the kayak for a couple hours. Like if we were camping, like he's up at 6 a.m. fishing, and I'm definitely not anymore. That's for sure.
Yeah, dude. It's about catching the fish.
Yeah,
I need to show the fish that I'm better than they are.
Sleeping is nice.
I guess. Yeah, I can't argue with that one.
Until there's a fool fishing on the lake yelling. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fish on. Everybody wakes up.
You know,
Can't even go to Algonquin yell fish on.
nah, man, don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Please don't be that guy, Ryan.
Oh my. Oh jeez.
Shots were fired.
That's okay. I'll hear about it later.
You don't have to say fish on every time there's something that tickles your line, bro.
He doesn't
Like-
do that anymore.
Okay, well, he did 10 years ago or whenever I fished.
People
with
change, man.
him. Okay.
Look at you. You don't even know
I
how to
don't
hold a
even-
fishing rod anymore.
No. I don't even know if they work.
You like turn your fishing rod in for a miter saw.
Yeah.
You can hear the dog playing with the toy in the background. He'll be jumping up and down and going all over. Sydney and Martika's dog.
Do you plan on editing this?
A little bit.
Okay.
Not. I don't want to overly edit.
No.
edit it.
Like if there's like a 5, obviously you keep. Yeah, got it. We're
You
good.
know,
Money.
do I keep this beef in with
I
you
don't
and
know.
Ryan or
Yeah,
not?
Who knows? We'll see. I've been on a podcast once before. Actually, it was Keegan On's podcast.
Oh yeah,
You remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
You made a
Ottawa.
video about it sort of.
I guess I did. yeah.
You did like
Yeah, that was-
a daily recap. You're like,
Yes,
first I did this,
yes,
then I do
yes.
this, and then
I think I went fishing that night with Nick too. And
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I forget what those.
and you
videos
try
were
to
called.
scare a heron with the motor, and then Nick goes,
That's pretty.
"That heron's
accurate.
hard as fuck."
Well, Nick was like chasing it down or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. A Day in the Life or something.
You should be a pro at this then.
A Day in the Life
No, at this.
podcasting.
Yeah, podcast.
Oh yeah, no,
You
no,
should
I
be.
wasn't. So like, I don't know. 12 years ago, when I was doing the podcast, I was trying to give them answers that I thought they wanted instead of just being real. So
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Give me an example. Ask me a question.
Ask you a question.
Yeah, is that like it was an interview process, I guess? And
Well,
then
yeah.
they-
Okay. So the way they structured their podcast is they sent me a script, not a script, but like questions ahead of time, and I could write in answers about like social media things, cool story, intro about me and what I do, it was like there was like structure, and then there was like a time limit, so you'd spend a certain amount of time on each topic basically to
Mhm.
move the podcast along, and it was like formatted.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
That's
it
way
seemed
more
like
professional
it seemed
than
like
this.
no, man, because it was so like drawn out and like yeah,
It was like a slow
because it was
moving
scripted,
talk
it wasn't
show.
even exciting. Yeah.
So it sounds like Ellen.
No, without like if you could only listen to Ellen, yeah, Ellen probably wouldn't make a good podcast, honestly.
I don't know. Everyone hates her now.
Yeah, I know.
So,
So
maybe
I-
not. What are you laughing at?
I was trying to make a joke.
Oh no, definitely shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can cut that out.
I'll cut that part out.
Yeah.
Or I'll just bleep it.
Yeah.
Then it'll be a little bit funnier.
That'd be very
Then people won't know. They'll know there was something,
Something
but they don't know what.
Yeah.
They make it, you guys can fill in the blanks.
Yeah. You don't have to
Write down
fucking
in the comments
yeah,
below.
DM
what
me,
you
bro.
think
I'll let
was.
you know the answer.
Oh
Yeah.
jeez. First
Yeah.
episode in is full of bleeps.
Sure.
Why don't you cut that out?
Why
I don't
not?
know.
Yeah, and they're only gonna get better from here. Like this is the weirdest one because we're just getting used to talking with like giant wieners in front of our faces. They have to be a certain distance away. They can't be closer or further
You
away.
can't be too far. You can't be
Yeah,
too
exactly.
close, or the audio's gonna
Yeah.
sound like wieners.
Exactly. You don't want wiener audio.
I might have to develop or
You want
invest
perfect
in
audio.
microphone stand though. I really thought
Yeah.
it'd be better just to hold it, but because my thought process here is to like do this. Like if I go
Yeah.
fishing with Ryan, if I go
Yeah.
fishing with Tyler, I go fishing with Scotty.
Oh my god!
like,
in the ice
sit-
hut, man.
Sit on the bank for like half an hour,
Oh,
45
sure,
minutes,
yeah,
just
yeah.
like talking to some microphones.
Yeah.
Say
Well,
talk
what do you
about the
do when
day.
you get a fish and you have to drop the mic? You know what I'm saying? It's probably best to have it on a stand for its own. You know, they're probably not cheap. You don't want to throw it on the ground if I can set a hook.
I guess.
You know.
I'm not following what you're saying.
Well, like if you're interviewing someone and you're holding a microphone and then you have to fish, are you not fishing while you're interviewing or podcasting?
Oh, I guess so. I guess we could do that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
That
Lunch
would
break,
make it
dude.
better.
You gotta take lunch breaks when you're fishing. That's something I
You don't bring the
learned.
line in.
Man, this dog
Never
is
bring the
getting it.
line in. He's having a good time.
That's good.
Yeah.
At least somebody is.
He chases his own reflection of his
And
dog
there's
tag.
19 cats in here somewhere too.
Yeah.
They just like appear.
Yeah. We don't even own all of them.
Even this morning, I
we
was
just
like, "Where'd
accept
that one
them.
come from?" And they're like, "Oh, that's Butter."
Oh, you haven't seen Butterscotch yet?
I was-
Yeah, I don't like her.
I didn't even know Butter was short for butterscotch.
Oh, yeah. She looks like a butterscotch chocolate.
Oh, okay.
She's like I guess like butterscotch in black and white stripes.
And Pumbaa's here. He'll be clicking around.
Yeah. Tap dancing.
Hey, Pumbaa. So, one thing I want to talk
Yes.
about is
Oh man.
your YouTube channel for fishing.
Yeah.
Because you
Oh.
have
Right.
Ash,
That's funny.
chill.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
Yakking and packing.
You had a Yakking and
Holla.
Packing YouTube channel.
Yeah, man.
You're.
was
I would
good.
consider you the OG. Like, I
That's funny.
don't know if I made a YouTube channel.
You got more
before.
like fucking Doyle got more noticed in public than I did. Well,
Yeah, but I was like in.
you were like popular
I
because you actually
fish a lot
fished.
of like areas
Your videos
near
were full
where
of
I
fishing.
live too.
That was just
Um,
crazy.
But you probably got you. You still have more subscribers than I do. I don't have any
More what?
subscribers, but it's not about subscribers. But you.
Oh, it's
that's
not
you've
about the subs,
you've
bro.
made like 2 good YouTube channels now, in my opinion. Like
Yeah,
the
that's
Yakking
fair.
and Packing one got
I
a
would call them
1,000 subs
successful.
like pretty quickly,
Uh,
and now you have a
I
new.
don't know if that one reached 1,000.
It did.
Really?
I swear it did.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you got AdSense thing in the mail, and I was like, "What's that?" And you're like, "Oh." You don't
No,
remember?
I was before it was 1,000, man. I was only at 300 subs. When I
Oh,
was making
really?
money, yeah.
Really?
It's only at 700 something. This and the new one's at like 1450.
Jeez, man.
That's yeah, I know, right? Yeah, when I hit 1,000, it was such a big deal. It's really funny. It's like 1,400 something now.
Ash, you can't bark.
Everyone
Kills in my ears, man.
subscribe to Sid's Workshop on YouTube because I'd rather do that than my current job. So
Yeah. So
go there
so,
and do that. Just shameless
What-
plug, man.
Yeah. No. Well, I was gonna move it to the end, but
Oh no. I want to put that in there now. We can keep talking about yakking and packing, but go to fucking
well, we don't tag
Sid's
Yakking and
Workshop.
Packing. The reason I wanted to bring up Yakking and Packing is because you slowly moved away from fishing and camping. Like you
Yeah.
still go on a camping trip
Sure,
once or
yeah.
twice a year.
Yep.
You don't fish as much,
Nope.
but if you can,
It's just a lot of extra work.
yeah.
You know, I have like animals and spouses.
You got
and
like
stuff now.
you have like more responsibilities.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know,
a
you gotta
kayak
cut
guy
out
anymore.
something.
I stopped yakking. I stopped yakking. I barely even pack, bro.
Jeez. I mean, you seem to yak
I'm like,
a lot.
it's like, yeah, I know. It's
Yeah.
like
you talk
drinking,
more than anybody. What do you
drinking
mean?
and canoeing now, and yelling at the dog to lie down. That's the new channel.
Is it?
No.
So now, just the reason that I came to your place now
Yeah.
is that I wanted to film a video with you
Yeah.
with your new passion,
hmm
which is wood,
Yes.
like woodworking and
Yes.
wood making,
Yeah.
sculpt,
Dead trees that get cut up into
furniture.
blocks.
ripping
Yeah.
bark off of stuff, talking about
Oh, bark
grain,
sucks.
different types of wood that make you
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah, hardwood.
Yeah,
I love
hardwood,
and
softwood,
softwood. I love
Lights, the
limp wood. I
darks.
mean,
knots.
yeah, naughty
I'm trying
wood.
to
Oh
say
my God.
bring up wood
Twisted,
terms.
chatoyancy. It's like the greatest thing in the world, and you'll never be able to understand because this is a podcast. You'll have to go watch the video.
You gotta have to give the dog attention or something.
Yeah, the dog. What's up, buddy? You have something to say? Sorry, Ash. You're not so good at this podcasting thing.
So yeah, we filmed this video. Give a brief, like, this is something people probably
Yeah, okay.
don't really know about you at all.
Yeah.
Is that
so
you do like
let me
like to make things out of wood.
kind of tie
Seemingly at
the
random.
topics together here in between the dog yelling at me. So when I first joined the military and after Excess Cargo went out of business, I did a bunch of fishing, kayak fishing, got into outdoorsy things, and created a YouTube channel. So when I was in the military and I was traveling all the time to different places and bases, I could always kayak and I could always fish and I could always like connect with people. And life's kind of changed now. I have a spouse, I have a house, I've been posted, and so I can't get out as much anymore. So now I like craft furniture and kind of renovate the house, and that's like my new hobby. But it's grown, it's grown into a passion.
you,
and a
al- you almost
YouTube
made it
channel
sound
and-
like you were not. You're like, no, I just do this.
Oh yeah.
Bleh.
Well, it's so some of it's awesome and some of it's annoying. You know what I mean? Like the desk I'm building, Tika, that we kind of shot a little bit. I love every second of thinking about that desk, and that bar. I loved every second about thinking about that bar. That bathroom was a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and you get
The
to
mudroom
live
was
in
a pain in the
your,
ass.
accomplishments essentially. You get to like or I don't know what the wording would be, like admire
Yeah,
all of your stuff,
I
all the
love-
stuff, and see how far along this house is. Because like you guys moved into this house like 3 years ago, or 2 years ago.
two and a bit now.
Before the no,
It's
after
December 2020.
okay, and it was like kind of a dump.
Yo,
No offense.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can you throw pictures up so they can? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I'll throw pictures up right now on this audio
yeah,
podcast. Just
I'll
look for the pictures on this.
We'll give you the pictures for the actual video because we have to transfer footage still. But yeah, we have pictures of the original house, and it was like 2 or 3 different walls on top of walls. Like, so you'd have like wallpaper on wallpaper on wallpaper, and then someone would be too. I don't know. They wouldn't take the wallpaper off. They just put more drywall on top of that, and then that was painted, and then wallpapered over. And we had like 3 or 4 different floors with like carpet, linoleum, some sort of asbestos tile, and then subfloor, and then more carpet. And then like we eventually found like the OG hardwood, but it was like under a layer of 2 inches. You can actually see our kitchen is still like raised up an inch because there's like 6 layers of
I see
flooring
that.
there.
I
We
see
haven't
that.
gotten back to the original hardwood there.
But you're like redoing the whole kitchen
Yeah.
already, so
Yeah,
I assume that's why you haven't really looked into that.
correct. Yeah, it's like.
Just the outside, which is fine.
Yeah,
Move stuff
I
around, got a new
love
fridge.
how it looks. Like that bar is just
From here, dude?
yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
really
perfect
good.
on this side, right?
Yeah.
So it's once we have a nice kitchen, it's almost gonna like frame the gorgeous kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna redo the frame, like the door frame?
Yes, yeah. So I
And the
plan on
cabinets and
I
stuff,
plan on
like
actually just sanding
everything
and
in there?
staining them.
Okay.
The cabinets, everything. So everything in the kitchen is gonna come out, and I'm gonna build new upper and lower cabinets. And we're gonna have like the vent microwave over top of the stove, and like a pot filler and a big farmhouse sink.
Yeah, because you
Butcher's
never
block
had
countertop from the maple we have in the basement.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's just a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
And-
Yeah. I mean,
and-
you've been going like not every day, but maybe once a week or
Yeah.
whatever. Building, you have the new entryway. You made a bathroom out of nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was before.
Just an extra room.
There was like a room
You could like so our
that
stairs
went
yeah.
through to the kitchen
From
from
the-
the front door.
From the top down, our main floor has the stairs right in the middle, and then you can walk around the entire stairs like
Yeah.
a circle.
That's how most
how it used to be.
farmhouses are.
Yeah.
Or, what is this? It's not a farmhouse.
Dutch
technically, it's a-
colonial
Yeah.
style.
Yeah,
but it's a
farmhouse.
farmhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian's house is almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
As this.
Anyways, so we like walled that off, so the entry from the kitchen became a pantry, and then on the flip side, it was like a main floor bathroom because we didn't have a bathroom down here. It was. I don't want to be like it was kind of annoying to go upstairs to go to the bathroom, but it was. But that's not the reason we did it. We did it because we had Tika's family move in, and we needed more than one bathroom with 5 people in the house.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like it was fun to build. It was a learning experience. I put a window that actually opens and closes in there.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been painted shut since 1949 with lead paint, so pretty sick.
And the whole thing's like, what are you doing over there?
Yeah, distracting.
Yeah, you can
the
talk.
audience.
You're the
Over
you're
there.
the producer voice in the.
Yeah, what are you air frying?
No, I'm cooking rice.
Oh, I thought you would
Wait,
be
what?
like air frying like onion rings or something.
I'm roasting red peppers.
That's why I was like, you're
roasting
cooking
red
rice in
peppers.
the oven.
That's gross.
No.
Couldn't make any sense.
Are you what are you making with the red peppers and the rice?
I'm just so I can make pokeballs later this week.
Oh, okay. I
Poke
see.
bowls?
Yeah, it's
You
like
guys do like Pokemon?
that's
food?
how I think of it. Yeah.
Is that not what it
There-
is?
well,
It's like a rice kind of salad thing. It's called
yeah, it's a Hawaiian rice salad dish, but we call them brokey bowls
Oh,
because we
brokey
can't-
bowls.
Yeah.
I thought you said Pokeballs.
Yeah, poke bowls. Yeah.
What?
They're called a poke bowl
Then why did you say brokey?
because we're broke, so we make them at home
Oh,
because
dude,
we can't
you guys,
afford to go.
you're starting
and
to
buy
sound like
them.
Andrew Tate.
I don't know who that is.
Martika, who knows?
misogynist.
That's like everyone.
No,
That doesn't
he's
help.
The guy that like is
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
sound
yeah,
like a
some
sex
serious-
trafficking misogynist that's in jail.
No,
right now,
it's just
is what
something that
he's
he
saying.
says
What?
a lot.
Okay.
He was like, "Brokey."
No, broke. No, it. So basically, Pete Davidson said it best. When you get a house and you get things, you have everything you've ever wanted in life, but then you also have no money for anything. So you just always feel broke even though you have everything you ever wanted. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah, and
Wow.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It's
that
called
makes you
being
think.
house poor.
Huh.
So you actually want to try and not be house poor. It's yeah, we're house poor right now.
Yeah.
But
That's
it's just
interesting
because we're
way of saying
on
it.
one income.
never
most
heard
us
of
go to
that.
School. Really?
Yeah, I never
Yeah.
heard of that ever.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, so we have a house and like we're putting $1,200 into this thing every week that we're gonna get back, or every month, sorry,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's just like you have to be very careful with your spending, especially when you have hobbies,
Right.
and
That's why you like
children.
tone down the other hobbies.
exactly.
Not like me, like
yeah,
that $1,200 that you're spending, I'm assuming on wood or building stuff.
sure. I don't know where that
That's
number came
like-
from,
That's
But-
what isn't that what you said?
or what it's about. What am I building?
I
with
thought you said you
$1,200?
spent like $1,200. I thought you said $1,200.
Oh no, so $1,200 a month for that's just like the mortgage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
like
okay.
you're
Gotcha.
broke and you're spending money, but you still have money and you have like an investment, right? that
Yeah.
You can put work into to make it worth more.
Jeez.
Like the house we bought for $250, we got it appraised for $430 last year, and then we got a line of credit to be able to go take out like money to start redoing bigger projects like the
Mhm.
bathroom and like the kitchen.
No. Okay. Jeez.
Yeah. But it's good. Like the house will be we hopefully double its value in the 5 years, and then we'll see where we're at and where the military puts me.
Mm-hmm.
What my next phase is.
Is
in
that
life.
okay to say like you're
Oh
in the
yeah,
military?
yeah. We can talk about all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like can't talk about certain things. So you can't
Yeah,
talk about
I can't give you
politics.
like secret details, and I don't
Oh.
have an opinion on anything.
Oh yeah.
I can just tell you what I do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
you know what I mean? That's-
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, that's similar to what my friend Adam said.
Yeah.
Except he said he can't talk about politics.
Well, I don't have an opinion on politics because
Oh,
my
okay.
boss is whoever is currently in
Yeah.
politician, in
Gotcha.
in political,
Yes.
in
gotcha.
power,
I totally get it.
in prime minister,
Mm-hmm.
in presidential.
Interesting.
So it doesn't even. I honestly like the people that are driving around with like the F Trudeau flags and stuff. It's a little bit. It's a lot. you know.
Mm-hmm. Especially in the kind of neighborhood that we're
It's
in right
you got to
now.
be very
Like,
passionate.
This is very rural.
Yeah, we're in a hick
rural
town.
community.
Yeah,
Um.
and it's less progressive, and
Yeah.
an older demographic.
Yeah.
Right? So a different mindset. And
Which
it's
is surprising because there's 2 weed stores here.
yeah. Yo, do you want to know why? Did I tell you why there's 2 weed stores? It's pretty bad.
I think you did.
We don't have to say it on air.
Because I don't know. I can't think of a way that you could say it.
No,
in,
you can say it. It's I don't know. Well, no,
I don't know
Tika,
how it would sound good.
you can't make it sound good.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
whole point.
Yeah, that's
Racism.
what- yeah.
Well,
yeah. I know.
So it's like it's an Indian family that opened up the first weed store, and I guess people didn't like going to it because this is an assumption, but the second weed store only has white people working there,
Right.
and like I guess Caucasian, but yeah, and it's sad because like the gas stations are similar to that here. There's like 2 pizza places and they're similar. Like yeah. They don't allow
can you do?
people
You know,
with
people,
different skin color in this town.
Yeah, people.
This is unfortunately the
can't
only place we
change,
can
you
afford
know?
a house.
Yeah, that was going to be kind of where I wanted to go next.
Oh, yeah, hit it, bro.
You-
So I
We're
work
in
in Trenton.
Trenton,
Yeah. Military
and
base in
you
Trenton.
We're renting in Belleville, and
Yep.
then you guys decided that you were gonna fall in
Yeah.
love or some bullshit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, she started
move
it.
in together.
Yeah.
And you are looking for a house after, like when COVID hit.
Yeah, that's fair. No, COVID made it happen. I wasn't able to travel to Ottawa anymore. I was
Right.
actually going to get out of the military and go back to school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you live with me in my apartment.
Yeah, and then COVID hit, so she moved in with me and brought the dog for a
Mhm.
year. And then,
The real reason we picked this house is because it's next to a library.
no, that's not the
Is that
reason
the
at
real
all.
reason?
We actually saw this house twice. So this house was
It's one of
like,
the reasons I wanted to see it though.
this house was like it was being rented out by the theater. And so the people that were renting it were saying that they were gonna purchase it from the theater, and he was waiting for some medical pension to come through that never came through, and he started doing crazy things. So he had like an outdoor cat kind of area where that he latticed in, and then he had like a window that was always open so the cats could go from like the mudroom out to this like catatorium is what he called it.
Okay.
And then he had 2x4s on the ceiling and made cat runs like
What you're
like that, but
yeah.
not subtle at
Right.
all. Like clearly intended catwalks that are like a foot wide.
Also had over,
Almost everything was made out of pallet wood.
I was gonna say he didn't have any money, but he had thousands worth of like figurines.
Oh yeah, he had a ton of Star Wars
Really?
figurines in the basement.
And
He
Wow.
claimed that
some
he
of
claimed
them
they
were
were worth
a lot.
thousands.
Like if you buy those today,
know.
even just new, no, they're expensive.
Okay, there you go. He was proud of that.
I mean,
He also had weed plants hanging up in the corner.
yeah, but
They
that's-
they didn't take their sex swing down the second time we walked through. Oh yeah, the hot tub room.
I remember the hot tub story. It wasn't,
Yeah,
but you say hot tub.
yeah.
It's not.
Oh
I mean, it was
no.
homemade.
No.
Was it
So
not?
they had a hot tub separate from the pool, bro. I didn't even say the pool. Yeah.
Oh, I thought the pool was I thought the homemade. They had a homemade hot tub.
They had a homemade pool
Ha-
and a hot tub.
They
What-
made
Yeah.
the carport into a separate room. Like,
Yeah.
they walled it off with this, she's like,
That's why there's insulation up in there, and it's
Oh,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
light, and the light was only like a black light.
No, it was a black light, and it
What
was like
the
one of those
heck?
like funky like color changing ones. Yeah.
Jeez, man, I'm sorry.
They used it for like some kinky mushroom like sexual trips.
Oh wow.
They were weird people.
And did you guys had to clean up any of that?
No, we got so lucky they took that with them and they took the pool with them. But it was in the contract that we were gonna have to.
Gotcha.
We tried to bargain for the house. We were like, we wanted, I think we said 240, and they were like, no. Or they came back at 250, and we were like 245, and you have to clean up after the tenants. And they said 245, and you take the house as is. And we're like, okay. We got 5 under in a market that was 30 over.
Yeah.
And our realtor was saying that this house was already going for 100 less than it could have sold for if they just had gotten the tenants out.
Gotten stuff out of it.
So
yeah.
we got
yeah.
very fortunate in
Oh,
that regard.
100%, dude. People don't want to pay
Yeah.
clean up other people's mess.
Yeah, it's like 800 square feet, 3 floors with like I don't know, a 200 square foot addition, which is the mudroom, which will eventually be a laundry room too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Well,
it's a good house. It's a little slanted, but that's okay.
I mean, you gotta expect that. It's part of the charm.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything's a little slanted though.
Yeah.
It's just nothing. It's not all in the
Well,
same direction.
Yeah, you can see what I've built is straight, and what I haven't built is still like leaning.
Well, I don't know about that one post there. That looks a little slanted. But
Oh no, that's because the ceiling was already that
the
way.
ceiling's falling down.
The ceiling was already like that.
Oh.
So there's no bracing. From here to here is like a 16-foot span, and it's just 2 2x8s, and they're lapped together like in the middle with 4 nails. So it's a 2x8 that runs to about here, another 2x8 that runs there, and then 4 nails.
really?
That's it.
That seems kind of scary.
That is like not even close to passing code today. But trees back then were like 10 times stronger than trees now. Because
right.
the old growth and like the tighter
Yeah.
grains.
Well,
Yeah.
give them growth hormones now.
Well,
Like
exactly.
cows, right?
Them GMOs, bro. They're
Yeah.
putting chemtrails in the tree air.
Yeah, the trees grow twice as fast, but they're
Yeah.
half as strong.
Yeah, exactly. No, they. I don't know if they grow faster, but they're weaker. They suck wieners.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you look at if you look at the grain structure on a 2x4 at Home Depot on the end of it, the grain will be like a quarter of an inch apart from the previous year. And whereas if you go look at like a 2x4 in this house or any piece of old wood, like an old tree, and you look at like the grain in the very center, you could have like 5 rings over a quarter inch. It's just like way stronger wood.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a bigger tree.
Yeah, and a bigger and older tree. Yeah, much more time to like compress.
Yeah, I guess the new stuff.
They also didn't use just like SPF, like pine. They would use like whatever they had. It's like some of my 2x4s are oak, some are maple. Like you can have a 2x4 that weighs like 50 pounds and then one that weighs like 6 pounds because it's one cedar and one's some hardwood. Yeah, they just built with whatever. That's it's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool seeing like different, like the I could sitting where I am, we see like 17 different kinds of wood,
Yeah.
different finishes.
When we peeled the layers back, we peeled back like the history and all the old like techniques and stuff.
You got like a newspaper on the wall.
Yeah. So we took up some of the old hardwood flooring at the front door because it was basically destroyed. There was no saving it. It was weathered and just rotten. And when we peeled it up, and before I put the tile down, they used to level. So plywood wasn't a thing when they built this house.
Right.
So there's just 1-inch boards across the floor joists. And then they would use newspaper to pack in where, I guess, like the difference in the board heights to level everything out.
Okay.
So when we took up the floor, there was just a bunch of really old newspaper underneath it before you got straight down to the subfloor, which is those planks. And yeah, it's a newspaper from February 2nd, 1939. And it like references Hitler and Roosevelt and like a lot of really cool things. And we can confidently say that the floor was put in, I guess 70 years ago now.
Yeah, that's
Or
crazy.
80 years
That's
ago.
a good
Yeah.
good way
It's really
to
cool.
Date everything.
Accurately dated. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was.
yeah.
The house was made in 1917. Well, that's what we assume. We were told when we purchased it, and it's
So they redid the floor
fairly
in
accurate.
in 39.
Yeah. So like, I assume this like hardwood oak was like the new thing in the 30s, and everyone had it because it was right after World War One, and everyone had money. You know what I mean?
Is that what's on
Yeah.
the hardwood is right
Yeah.
now?
This is yeah.
Oh,
This is the 80-year-old hardwood that we refinished.
yeah.
And that's like, it's only like 1.25 inches thick, right? Because your floor was so unlevel that they couldn't use wider planks.
Right. And they're short too. I
Yes,
noticed.
yes
Like
they are.
a foot and a
Yeah.
half maybe.
And it's if it's 16 inches, if not less. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's red oak, and it yellows over time. So when we got the house, it was like almost like school bus yellow. That's what it looked like, and we had to like refinish the entire thing.
Well,
Yellow
like,
and orange.
I see so many houses now with
Yeah.
my job that I don't see, like, you never ever see anything like this now.
Really?
Never.
Well, that's a
Unless you
compliment.
go
I
into
appreciate
a
it.
house, unless you go into
I
a house
love
that's
I
70
just-
years
they
old,
just
80
like
years
tear them
old.
down and redo it.
Yeah, they do now. I don't know why. Just people don't like them, or maybe maybe they
It's
go through
easier
and
just to
do-
start from the ground up than it is to renovate something old like properly.
I
Probably.
guess, yeah.
Like if we wanted to level this house out, we'd have to like have a crane come in, hoist the house up, build the foundation again, or we'd have to jack the house up on our own using like it's just a giant mess to try and re-level like 100-year-old house when you could easily just level it and start over. It's kind of silly, but in a city like Ottawa, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
but they would also like build 4 houses in the same spot that this one house is in.
yeah,
somehow.
that's true, and it would be like 12 stories.
I
high.
wouldn't even know how they would do it
Yeah.
somehow.
And you'd have like a vertical garage where you could bring your car in and then it would lift up and you could put another car in, basically like in Japan. And then they charge like $2.4 million.
No. I mean, they would charge $2.4 million, but they wouldn't.
Per room.
I don't know about
Per
them. I don't know about them elevated garages. I've never seen that.
Really?
I've seen lots of elevators inside houses.
Really? You've never seen a garage where someone like, oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's totally a thing where you
I've
have
seen
like a
some
hoist
like really
so you can
weird
park your
things,
cars
though,
vertically.
like unnecessary things. Like I remember one place had an indoor pool and an outdoor pool,
Nice.
and it was
That's
like, why?
interesting.
You know,
Yeah.
and a sauna and a
Mhm.
hot tub,
Yeah.
like all together.
Was there any land?
Oh, dude, he had 20 acres.
Oh,
probably.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And he had like a giant
well, where are you
maple
gonna
syrup thing.
you don't want to swim outside in the winter and you want to swim inside in the summer. You know what I
Well,
mean?
Yeah, I
Like
guess.
that's just common sense.
Well, then he should have had like some kind of a roof.
Yeah,
Or
like
something,
a
like a
greenhouse.
dome.
Yeah.
Put the dome up in the winter.
Yeah, like
you know?
Florida, so the gators can't get in. Gators can't get into the indoor pool.
All right, so I don't know how to come full circle here, but I wanted to talk about the muskie, but I don't really know how to like bring it up.
Just the musky story.
Yeah,
Oh.
because those first like that catching a big muskie was a goal of yours. I
Yeah.
feel like for a couple of years at least, and we just go to the same spot almost every day or every 2 or every 3 days,
Yeah.
cast out giant minnows on bobbers,
Well,
and just
yeah.
wait
We
there.
we went from like small bobbers and small hooks and worms and rock bass to like 10-inch suckers, giant bobbers, steel leaders, 50-pound line.
yeah,
and
fishing.
muskie.
Yeah, shore
Like
fishing.
it was just like a subtle step up, you know.
the shore
muskie are like
fishing,
big sunfish.
Step ups. From fishing under bridges at the
Yeah,
Dock River,
yeah.
and catching 3-inch panfish, and
Yeah.
I remember missing like every single thing because I
Yeah.
didn't know how to set. I was setting the hook like a bass
Wow.
fisherman every
Yeah.
time,
I don't know what that means.
just like
This
setting
is
it
the
way too hard.
difference, Yeah. Oh.
No
yeah.
subtlety in the hook
I see.
sets back then.
Yeah.
Even now, though, really not.
And you keep a
not
sharp
as
hook.
much.
You don't. Yeah. If you keep a sharp hook, you don't need a really hard set.
Then
If you have a
catching
dull-ass
some
hook,
bass,
oof.
some walleye
What are you
there.
even doing?
Then we started fishing the Rito a lot more for pike, and then
Yeah,
then
Doritos
there
where
were
it's at.
muskie, then,
That was back when Cars wasn't even a popular spot.
mhm.
I mean,
Well, I
you
don't
could-
even
you could-
know now.
Sorry?
How popular it is now.
Really?
I have no idea.
Oh, I presume it would be. Yeah, I like it. It seemed to get more popular over the years. When we used to just like show up, throw a sucker and a bobber in the water, and just like sit on the back of the tailgate on the pier.
Well, now it's just impossible
And
to
now,
fish the Rito
yeah.
at all. Like there's some places I don't fish at all just because of boat traffic.
because the
Like,
the giant
Rito
wakeboard boats and the big like
in Mississippi
big house
lake,
boats. Yeah,
like don't even bother.
yeah,
And if you, well, in a fishing kayak, it's a little bit different because you can handle the waves a bit better. It's quite a bit more stable. But for a long time, you didn't use a fishing kayak.
no,
You had
yep.
a Clearwater
Design.
design touring kayak.
I think it was the Algonquin, 14 foot,
Yeah,
and it was a touring kayak.
yeah. But you still had a good setup. You've got your finder on
Yeah,
there. and-
through hull fish finder. So the, I guess like the sonar piece wasn't even in the water. It was just between my legs.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I had the fish finder and a couple dry bags and a rod holder. Yeah, no, it was fine. And a net, a kayak net which like folded open,
Mhm.
so that was handy.
And then let's go back to the muskie story, but because you caught the first muskie I remember you catching,
The 36.
actually came off.
Okay.
You lost a fish.
Yeah.
You
So
lost a fish right
I believe it.
at the shore line,
Probably.
right at the
I've
boat
blocked
launch.
that out of my memory.
And we had a net, and you dipped the net in the water and netted him.
And then lost him?
No. Then that's how we got the fish.
Which one?
The small one, 36.
The 36? Oh, yeah. I don't remember the 36 that well. I just remember the pictures. I remember the 50, but I don't remember 36 that.
and
He was
both-
like a small, skinny 36 too.
oh yeah.
He needed to fatten up.
Oh dude, yeah. Like the muskie I caught last year was twice as fat as that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think.
They're way more fun to fight too, and they're chonkers.
I think, but I tend to catch a lot of my muskie right at the beginning of the season or right at the end of the season.
Yep.
I don't really fish for them though.
End
But
of the
I fish a
season
lot
for
tournaments
sure,
now.
dude. End of the season for
Like,
sure.
There's so many giant muskie in the Rito, and I think in the Jock as well.
Actually,
So I got to start
odd-
catching up on that.
oddly
'cause-
enough, you say just to touch on the whole like catching the muskie early in the season, late in the season. I've seen people catch them throughout the entirety of the season, but when it's hot, the muskie go down to the deeper waters. We used to sit on the pier there, like myself and Nick, and people would come back in. And show us pictures of the muskie they caught, and they'd be trolling at like 30
Oh
feet
yeah,
deep.
yeah, I remember stuff
Yeah.
like that. They're trolling for walleye,
Yeah.
and they're catching.
So you
like,
you could
giant
get them way
muskie.
down there. Yeah.
Crazy.
He's like, I got my muskie for the day. And you're like, oh, okay. And then he shows
Yeah.
you pictures of like a 50, and you're like, oh.
Jeez.
Sick. Yeah.
And then the second muskie was crazy.
The
It's like
50?
the most, the 50-inch
Yeah.
muskie. It's like one of the most,
It was like at dusk.
like a memory
so,
that's
like,
like ingrained.
Yeah.
As one of the happiest moments that I think I've ever
Oh,
had.
yeah.
And I was just there.
Max adrenaline. Man,
like I was
max
just there,
adrenaline.
dude.
You
I
netted
like
it, bro.
I net the fish.
Yeah.
And it was like one of the most exciting things.
Yeah.
And
man.
we were like screaming and jumping up and down on the boat launch.
Yeah.
And I remember it was
Yelling
like, terrible
across-
weather. I still have the photo on
Yeah.
somewhere
Yeah.
from It was like November 7th or 14th or something.
Yeah, my photo's on my
Super
Facebook.
late.
You can stalk it. It's still there.
Mom has it framed somewhere.
Yeah,
I think. At
really?
home.
I have
Yeah.
it framed. It's definitely on the wall.
And the
it's-
funniest thing
yeah.
is that you like, because I am a camera person. I had
Oh.
my professional
Yes,
camera with us. I still took the picture with the
an iPhone
iPhone
4.
for some reason.
And I took
We're
a
just,
picture
like,
of Doyle with
two
my iPhone 5, which is
in the
like
moment.
a better shot. Yeah.
I don't have that picture. I
Really?
deleted it. Yeah.
Oh, I have it.
Because
you
I
want
remember
it?
you got mad.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't
So
have.
I felt kind of bad.
No, man, we did catch the fish.
I mean, I was just there.
I couldn't have caught it without you. Do
And,
you think I could have netted that fucker?
Yeah, dude, one hand.
No, man. Yo, okay, so this fish was so big that his head was outside the net, and then his body filled the net, and then his tail was outside the net.
So what I want to start. We'll start
And
like
his head broke
we,
through the net.
And
he
I don't know
bent
if
the
you
net.
Remember this?
He bent the pole,
I don't know if you remember this, but we were just like sitting on the dock,
and the
Not
bobber
catching
was just like
fish.
down.
and
I don't even
I
remember the
feel
bobber
like
being down.
maybe half an hour before or an hour before, one of us saw the back of a muskie come out of the water.
Yeah,
Like
don't
you could see just like the
When they're, like,
the
hunting.
dorsal fin come out of the water and go back down, and it was a crappy day, horrible weather, cold as heck. Well, cold for November, I guess.
it's
We're
cold
both
when you're
wearing,
sitting
like,
there doing nothing.
winter jackets.
Yeah, I still have that
And,
winter jacket.
And then, yeah, I think it was probably like 7:30 in the evening, and you were just like looked up and you're like, yo, my bomber's down. Where's my
Yeah.
bomber? You're like, oh
You
shit.
set the
We
biggest
start
hook in the
freaking
world.
out. You like reel it in, set the hook, and we're like, I just remember like so much screaming and just like, yeah, get
yeah,
the fish. You're like,
Yeah.
it's a muskie. It's,
a
a muskie.
muskie.
It's a muskie.
it's huge.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
We
And
we
then,
got it like to the pier, and like you could reel it in to the pier, and we got it like to the edge, and then it would see you, and it could just
It's gone.
it could peel line.
Gone.
It could peel your drag. Like it did not care.
Mhm.
You know
and
what I
that
mean?
was like we didn't even have proper gear technically.
No,
you know? We
it
had
was a
like
it was a GX2 ugly stick,
yeah,
6.6
ugly
medium,
6 man.
with just 50 pound line, and then like a steel leader.
I think we moved to fluorocarbon leader, like 100-pound fluorocarbon leaders.
Maybe.
because someone like said that was better. I think
Yeah.
one of those people going by in the boat.
We're fluorocarbon people. That's what everyone needs to know.
Yeah.
We're not losers. We didn't use steel. Although if you steal, you're not a loser. But it's
and
just
then we
better to
like
use fluoro.
as soon I like net the fish, and I couldn't even like lift it. I could barely lift
yeah.
the fish out of the
no,
water.
I remember that's
Like
quite
and
vivid
just
in my
the
mind.
head, like
You
from
had- you
head to
squatted.
dorsal, head to dorsal was in the net. The rest of the fish was not in the net.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I'm like squatting, struggling
Yeah.
to drag this thing out of the water.
Just like
And,
trying to teeter it up. Because
And
the net was
that's
at
how
full
the net
extension
broke.
too.
The net
Yeah.
bent
It's bent. Yeah. It's
because the
crazy.
fish was so heavy.
Crazy. It was
Like,
like 40 pounds.
and we drop it, and you drop your fishing rod, and we just like start screaming. We like
Yeah,
jumping.
we
and
threw
hugging.
it on the ground and we were jumping and hugging and
Like-
yelling, and the fish was
and
just like
then-
flopping on the ground.
Oh, it's terrible.
stupid.
Must be. We're a lot
Yeah.
better with
Yeah.
fish care
Yes.
now. Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
7, 8
learning.
years ago. Like
Yeah.
the
No,
first time
more
you
than
have
that.
ever seen a fish this
Oh, yeah.
big in person that you almost wouldn't even believe.
Yeah,
existed.
yeah, it doesn't even
The
make sense.
people. So there used to be a bridge at that spot. The people across the river were screaming at us.
Yeah. Like
Because they were so
they're
happy
like,
too.
"What
I
was
think.
it? Muskie.
Yeah.
50 inches.
Yeah.
No way.
Uh,
Yeah, man.
fuck.
It was good. And then we took pictures with it.
And then I don't have any memory after that. You just
Okay.
like let it go. I think we just dropped it in the net, and then it just chills.
No, I had my like steel toe boots on, and I remember purposely like walking into the water and like letting them completely flood,
Mhm.
to hold them like around my like, I don't know, I guess like in between my legs.
Mhm.
So like 8 or 10 inches of water, like he was filling up the entire like depth of the water.
Yeah, but
And
we
then-
all want to like make sure that the fish gets
Yeah.
revived
Yeah, yeah,
properly
yeah.
and can swim away because
Yeah.
we were kind of idiots.
And then so
when we caught it.
So when you catch a bass or when you catch a muskie, and a small muskie like the 36, and they swim away, or pike, their tails like whip really fast, like
Yeah,
right?
like it's
Like,
almost like the head
really
doesn't move,
fast.
but then they make like an S
yeah,
with
Yeah,
their
with their body.
with their body.
yeah.
But
and
the
then
head
the
doesn't
tail
move.
kind of whips.
And then it just like shoots them off like a torpedo.
So a bass might need like 40 whips to go like the length of this boat launch in the pier. This muskie needed 2. He wiggled his tail twice, and it got him from like 0 to hero, and he was gone, like whoosh whoosh, and he was like out of sight.
Depths.
Yeah. And he was like, fuck that, never again. You know, he's like a 50-inch muskie is probably like 25 years old, and he's probably been caught so many times. He's like, fuck, I don't even care.
Well,
I'm just going to eat this sucker, and I'm going to get caught. They're going to take my picture. Then they'll let me go. It's worth it. It's a free meal.
Being there.
It's pretty big, though.
Because that muskie, if you've seen the photo, does have like his lip is messed up, but I don't know if we did that or if it was like that.
It's tough to tell. I actually don't think his lip looks messed up in the photos with you.
Maybe am I holding him on the right side?
Yeah, you're holding him on the same side.
Because
I don't think his lip was messed up. I think it was just like a shitty photo.
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe.
But he had some battle scars on him.
Yeah, I could have sworn the not the lip, but the edge of where the mouth closes.
Yeah.
was like
scarred up,
damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
What was I gonna say?
Muskies compete for food. Well, I've seen pike do it, and I just assume they're all the same because they're Esox. But yeah,
I don't know. I think pike are easier to follow.
Yeah,
or easier to catch. In my way.
But I've seen like
you start people. I mean, some people can dial things in. Like people dial in walleye. Some people dial in muskie, and they'll go and catch like 6 muskie.
Yeah. But like the difference between a muskie and a big, like a 40-inch pike, is not much.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's
the way you fish them.
The closest
like
thing that I've come to is a 40-inch pike.
Yeah.
And
see, but the 40 that you caught on the ice
fishing,
was a little different.
Mm-hmm. It's
like,
St. Lawrence fish.
Yeah. You didn't like what's the biggest pike you've caught? Like, I don't know, say at Andrews or
the biggest pike I caught after that was in the Jock.
Yeah.
It was like
a high 30s.
33.
Yeah, that's what like a small muskie would feel like.
And he destroyed my hand.
Yeah, that's a big fish.
Like the whole fatty part of my thumb was just like
gone,
cut up like crazy.
Gross.
I have a picture of my hand that it's just covered in blood.
There you go.
But I got a smile on my face.
Take up woodworking. It's safer than fishing.
Is it?
Yeah. Not only do I cut my hand less, but I also don't have the potential to drown.
Well, now if people do the things where you like wear gloves, but I guess you could do that
when you're woodworking
too. No, fishing.
I know. God, I'm so good. Then Doyle, yeah, I think Doyle cuts his hand more fishing than I cut it woodworking.
Oh, I don't know about that.
What?
I don't think I cut my hands very much, but I definitely am bleeding a lot.
Where do you bleed from? What do you bleed from? Cuts?
Hooks in the hands. That's mainly it.
Oh.
Teeth of pike.
Yeah, teeth.
Or gills.
Well, yes. Well, yeah, if you go too far in the gills. You ever gone too far and reached their jaw and through their gill, and you're like, whoops.
Only once.
Yeah, and then you can't get your fucking finger up because the teeth are angled a certain way.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably what happened.
Don't want to talk about that, but that's happened before, unfortunately.
Now I'm a lot better, and it's a lot better for the fish if you tail hold them.
Oh, sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Shout out to.
Well, yes, you can even
Quacksmack.
Sure, Quacksmack.
Quacksmack.
Quacksmack, bro. That's a sick.
Now
that's way better than yakking and packing.
But now we tail hold fish.
Yeah.
Ryan and I, Tyler.
Yeah, and you can handle them while they're in the net and stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, like we ain't catching big fish. you just grab them with one handed.
The amount of learning from then to now has been insane.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
In terms of like fish safety.
Yeah.
It's not about like you taking the photo. It's about like the fish surviving. And
for
that's
sure.
what I was going to say about the fish having a scar is that you're running a bobber with a treble hook.
Yeah.
And instead of like trolling a giant jake bait with 3 treble hooks on it, and all 3 treble hooks are
trebles in a single,
the fish's mouth, and you're like, what the heck?
Or like attached to like above his eye.
Yeah,
you like I've caught like a 34-inch pike on the Rito, and it was just dead weight. Like I thought it was a stick because I had him hooked in his jaw and then his nose and then like behind his ear, or not his ears but his eyes and like the back of his head,
like a 6 or 8 inch,
and you're just pulling. Yeah.
Oh,
bigger,
can't even
like
get
12s, man,
in his mouth.
Yeah,
but he's still going for it because he's greedy.
Yeah.
But now, like a lot of, well, not a lot, but a few people I know are against that many treble hooks.
Nah. I mean, and Monaro hasn't changed it,
No,
so
but they're changing all kinds of stuff these days now. So
Yeah.
any moment could change to like barbless hooks or whatever.
yeah, that would honestly be a much better thing, barbless hooks.
I think
Especially
people
when
would
you get it
complain.
when you get into the bigger hooks,
Mhm.
barbless is better.
Oh, 100%.
You like if you're pulling like a 1-inch treble hook out of like the roof that's hard cartilage, the roof of a fish's mouth, it just rips. It does more damage
Mhm.
when you try and pull that hook out. Like I feel so bad. I want to like cut the barb off to take it out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like you cut the barb off when you take it out of your own fucking hand, but when it's
Yeah.
the fish, you just like rip it and throw it back. Fucking
That's bass fisherman for you.
well, as bass fishermen, you look inside the fish's gullet and you see like
There's like
see
27 holes in the sides of its
Yeah.
mouth and everything.
or you see the fishing line, just like some fishing line coming out of his gullet, like this little
Oh my
sphincter.
God.
Yeah.
I
And you're just
can't.
like, huh, I feel so bad for this fish. Now he's
Yeah,
going to die.
That's brutal.
You have to like eat him to save his life. You know what I mean?
What?
Yeah. Then you get the energy. you know?
Yeah,
No,
I
I'm kidding.
get. Yeah, no.
And you get a free hook. No, I'm just kidding. That's gross. But you do. You do.
that
cut-
is
cut
that
fish
is
that
like
are gonna
the
die.
humane
Yeah,
thing to
eat
do,
'em.
though, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
I fucking hate eating fish, but I do it if I have to. You know what I'm saying? Even when it's a little bitch hammer handle pike.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, and that's
I hate
probably
doing
that's
it.
a lot of the reason why I become so much better
Yeah,
at caring for the fish.
filleting or cooking fish too.
I was like, unless it's stocked trout,
You fillet like a 16-inch pike and take the Y bone out, you only get like half a pound of meat. There's
what
nothing to it.
some other
Like, it's just such
realtors.
waste.
I work with a realtor who he asks me to send him photos of fish that I catch, and almost every time he's like, "How did it taste?" And I was like, "Yo, I'm not gonna cook up like this 18-inch pike or this 20-inch pike." He was
Yeah.
like, "Ah, it's perfect eating size."
I hate when
It's
people
just
do
like-
that too.
You know, I don't want that. You know, people
Yeah,
argue.
we live in a world where we can like choose the fish we want to eat.
Yeah, it's the
We
same
don't have to just
thing
catch and eat for
with
survival.
hunting. Well,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yep. No, you're not wrong.
That's where I've kind of preferred
You know, people
going
would,
and hunting for deer now instead
Yeah.
of going to the grocery store. And I
Sure.
still have like half a deer left. It's
Yeah.
it's April, man.
Yeah.
I shot
It's
my
the
deer at the
butt
end
half.
of November.
I'm just yeah, that is crazy how much meat you get off of it.
It's
man.
just like,
yeah.
and you know, it was a pretty good size one from last year that I just
Are you interested in like a rifle season hunting, like
Sure.
week?
yeah,
Okay.
I could take a week off.
Because now that COVID's over and I can actually get my hunting license on a course.
I mean,
instead
you
of-
could have done it before.
I did. I paid the $60 and I've gotten like 3 slides in and I'm pretty
Oh,
sure it
it's
never
pretty
expires.
boring.
Oh, it's so hard. to
It's
get
pretty
through.
brutal, man. When you're not working.
And
for-
stuff you already know because you have your pal.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
who
half.
fucking
That's half of
cares?
it. That's
Yeah.
half of the
Yeah.
friggin' thing.
So hopefully I can just do a hunting course. It'd be like a Saturday. And now that so I had to choose back then between doing a hunting course on the weekend or seeing my, you know, fiance now partner, spouse, wife.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Way to go, Martika.
Yeah.
You
so
ruined it.
My
You could be
weekends-
eating fresh deer right
yeah,
now.
my weekends were full of Martika time. Every weekend was. And I
Jeez.
like tried to get out of base duties so I could like go see her on weekends and
That's true love.
yeah, man. Because I had to live in shacks and it's terrible and it sucks.
Don't like anybody.
No, I don't like anybody, man. No one has hobbies. They like to drink and play video games and
That's
like
a hobby.
try and hook up with like very
I
loose
don't know,
moral
sounds
women.
like average
And I like-
college experience.
It is. It's high school, man. It's fucking annoying. People like get drunk and drive on the golf course and like try and get the MPs to catch them. It's just like, man, we're there to learn about airplanes and then go live our lives.
hmm
And it's just people treat it like it's like a dorm.
That's those are the same people who
I just
say
got out
that,
every second I could.
those are the same people who say that doing everything else is boring.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
oh, you want to go fishing now? It's boring.
yeah. No, that's
But
the
let's
exciting
get
part of
fucked
life.
Up.
Like I love I don't know, just like being engaged in what I'm doing and learning and you know,
Mhm.
not like always having to think about what I'm doing as
Oh
opposed to,
yeah, I agree.
that's why I just like I've all up in driving now, going to the track,
Mhm.
got my sick race car that's a Corolla. Yeah. We don't
No,
have to
dude,
talk
it's a
about
Toyota
that.
Matrix.
It's a Matrix. It's a Corolla Matrix.
What does that mean?
It means it's a hatchback Corolla. It's
Then
literally.
why do they call it a Matrix? They just
It's the Matrix is what they called the hatchback like version of the Corolla.
yeah, but it sounds cooler.
Yeah. But I call it Matrix sounds way cooler.
Yeah,
And it's a hatchback. But I call it a Corolla because it's just a Corolla. Like everything.
like it's nothing. It's not different in any way except
for the back sticks up a bit more, making it look like it's got a chonky booty instead of a little bitch car booty.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought now.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking about fishing, maybe M&R, hunting license.
People were saying doing stuff. Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah,
why,
people who drink suck.
I don't
Yep.
do any of that really because
Yeah.
it's just not appealing to me.
Yeah.
Or even just when people say let's hang out, I want to say like what are we doing when they're
Yeah.
just like sitting around in a circle
Exactly.
or sitting at
Yeah.
on a couch and talking.
That's silly.
I hate that.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
No, I'm not. You're forcing me into it.
Like doing something is
Fuck.
more fun than doing nothing.
Yeah,
and
all
I would
day.
rather be doing something,
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it's boring,
Even if
or
it's
you
fishing.
think it's boring. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's fishing.
Even if it's fishing or building a snowman while you're waiting for a fish to bite.
And it did.
Yeah.
Twice.
Or smoking weed while you're fishing. Or drinking while you're fishing as long as your brother's driving you home.
Yeah, just don't do it when you're camping by yourself.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Oh,
Big
I've done that too.
mistake.
Well, it makes you less scared.
Nah, dude.
I hate
it.
it.
Screwed me up.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, when I went to
Yeah.
That
You want to bring up these
Slake
stories?
Lake.
I got a crazy story too.
no, we'll have
But-
to have another episode because we're right around that hour mark.
Oh man.
So we'll have to we'll switch.
We're
into
just
the
getting
camping
good, bro. We're
stories.
just getting good.
We'll switch into the camping stories on the next one. I think we'll have to make a list. I'll
Yeah.
make you.
See-
I'll make a list, a questionnaire, and
Yeah.
email it to you.
I was
and
also
then,
I was a
well,
little
Pumbaa.
uncomfortable. Don't do the questionnaire. Fuck. I was also a little uncomfortable when we first started. I wasn't like podcast. It's so different than videos because you're just like chilling, having a conversation. There's no.
That's
Video.
what I like. Like,
And it took me a while to realize that.
I listen to a lot of podcasts, and that's kind of the angle that I am going
Yeah.
for. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
so many podcasts now are so structured
Yeah.
and have. It's like watching an interview on daily morning television.
Yeah,
And not
yeah,
a conversation.
Yeah.
I think this is a lot more
It's, like, annoying.
interesting,
Yeah.
and the flow of it is
Yeah.
a lot more
Yeah, it's like
interesting for someone to listen to.
You at home or out fishing, listening to us right now through your noise canceling headphones and or speaker in your phone, are here chilling along with us.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
like we're all hanging out together.
That's what I.
And it's
That's
like-
the goal of.
That's
of-
way
of
cooler
this.
than like. So, what are your thoughts about this current event that everyone is having thoughts about?
Yeah, it's.
You know,
Yeah, I'm not. You know, I can't be Joe Rogan.
I hate current events and thoughts. So,
I have no thoughts about the current events. Next
yeah,
question, please.
I'm not allowed to.
I know,
Yeah,
and I don't care. So
exactly.
we're kind of.
I
balanced
don't
out
want
in
to
that.
share them either. I hate that I have to care about current events, man.
Oh,
It's
jeez.
so annoying. Yeah, camping stories next time then.
Next time.
All right,
yeah.
so when are we doing the next episode?
well, you're coming to Ottawa.
Yeah, first.
What about-
first weekend and second weekend in May? 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, because this won't.
Somewhere
we're
in there.
recording this in April. I don't know
Yeah.
when this will come out.
Yeah.
Though. Probably not for a couple of
Yeah.
weeks. Because I'm gonna do. I don't know if it's gonna be
We could
on
do another
the
one
Eastern Ontario
camping
channel,
while we're, like, sitting
or
around a
if I'm gonna
campfire.
be doing it
That'd be sick.
on its own channel, or what I'm
EOA.
gonna be doing.
What'd you call it? You could call it
Because
like
I don't even know that. It's still, I don't even know. I don't have a title for this.
EOA ASMR.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. Yakking and yakking.
Jeez.
I don't know. But yeah, we could totally do this camping.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
yeah. That's what I was saying. The goal
And
with
just,
this
like,
kind of
have the
portable
fire in the
setup,
background.
even
Yeah,
just,
yeah. All day.
yeah,
do it in the
going out
canoe.
we can go to friggin' the dog park and do it.
Yeah, you could do it in the. I don't know.
Get people walking by.
Is that real?
What is it?
Oh, that's funny.
You know who posted it? The actress.
Oh, that's funny. Bed Bath & Beyond is filing for bankruptcy. See, this is current events
Really?
that I have to know about for no reason. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
dude. Well, what if you play the next Jackbox update
And
they
there's
have
a Bed Bath and Beyond
they have
question.
a Bed Bath and Beyond question?
Yeah. Then
What are you
I'll
gonna
get it-
say?
I'll get it wrong.
You know, you're
Well,
playing Fibbage 19, and it's like the date that Bed Bath and Beyond.
Yeah, I
has-
hate fibbage. So fuck that.
Why, you bad liar?
Yeah, really bad.
Don't need to lie, man. You just need to be funny.
Then you don't have to remember the lie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's my big
you,
thing.
You like,
You just don't have to remember who
'cause-
you lied to and what you lied about. You just fucking have to
yeah, it's like
tell it
bad
as it is.
acting, basically.
Oh, for sure.
It's like,
yeah,
ugh,
yeah,
I can't do it.
yeah. Same. I'm not.
I
good
do
at it.
forget things a lot, but I think that's different than
That's
lying.
different than lying.
I'm just don't care enough to remember it. Is
Yeah.
how it was explained to me.
Yeah, and
I'm
that's
lazy,
not a lie.
lazy at
No
remembering
cap, bro.
things.
No cap.
Yeah, dude, Liddy.
Liddy,
Fam.
fam, no cap.
All right, so we'll wrap this up, and so there will be a video with Sydney coming out soon
Mhm.
about his woodworking and the new house. It's gonna be really interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna
he
be really
almost
well done.
cries in it. It's very
Almost.
emotional.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dog's
so
gonna get
stay
attacked by
tuned for
dogs.
that. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe to wherever you get
Share
podcasts
this,
and
with
YouTubes.
with your friends.
Yeah,
And let us know what you think of the podcast, because this is kind of a
yeah,
shot in the dark, I guess.
yeah.
But
I don't. It was fun. It was.
it's good,
If you have like,
different concept than
Yeah.
what you probably
Yeah.
regularly listen to.
yeah.
So-
If you have wireless headphones, you like podcasts. If you have wired headphones, you're not our demographic.
What?
Yeah, 100%. People that have wired headphones don't listen to podcasts. Yeah.
Are you-
So wires are so inconvenient.
okay.
Yeah. So like people, it's like if you have headphones that don't have wires, it means you wear them for at least an hour a day, which means you listen to like audiobooks, podcasts, and
Okay,
stuff like
I
that,
understand what you're saying.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like if you have a wired headphones and you're one of those people who complains that they took away the audio port, just like kind of grow up. Like, move along with life. Life is progressing. Just move with it. Like my headphones have like 30-hour battery life, and I can program the EQ, and they have noise canceling, and they let noise through, and they're cheaper than your 100-year-old fucking
Grow up.
analog audio. And it sounds better than your fucking like the digital copies sound just as good as records right now because the sample size is so like big.
Well, with that being said, grow up,
Grow up, demographic, and stop listening to me.
grow up, and goodbye. Hope you
Grow up and
enjoyed,
goodbye.
And stay tuned for
Yep.
future episodes
Yep.
of this.
Solid sign off. Love you.
Thanks. Bye.